Hey y'all, what's going on? Snapback Oracle here. Y'all already know what the fuck is up. We snap back every single day. And I just want to ask that our spirit guides, the Holy Spirit, our angels, and the Most High just give me a clear and accurate message to give so that we can heal, that we can evolve, we can move on, and that we can see things clearly in our lives and we have the clarity that we need, okay? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is having a blessed and productive week. And just know that the Lord is on your side, okay? The enemy can no longer delay you, can no longer set you back, can no longer put you in fear or turmoil, okay? Amen, amen, amen. Ashe. All right. Peace, bliss, abundance, bliss is all around us. Joy is all around us. Healing is all within us, okay? So, I'm picking up on like I've been feeling like I just want to cry. Like, have y'all ever just had a feeling where you just want to release a good cry and you don't even know, like, it's no specific thing that has taken place, but you just feel like you just need to just give all glory to God and just, it just, and I've been doing that for the past few days and, it's been helping me, okay? So don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to let it out. Put your ego to the side. Put your pride to the side and set yourself free, okay? Like it's like I feel like the heater is on up in here. Anywho, I'm hearing you could have been set back for a lot of years and you had no idea. Inspiring. Okay, you're very inspiring to a lot of people, which had a lot of people like heavily medicated in your energy, heavily meditated in your energy, suffocating your energy to where it almost block your blossom. Because if you see here, you see like these flowers, and it's like this is like the seashell is like your identity. It's your truth. It's your power, your willpower. If you know what I'm saying. And it's like you had so many leeches attached to you at once upon a time. I'm seeing that somebody is still clearing. You could have been like, you could be like in a period of isolation. Yeah, you very devoted to your journey right now. You could have been in a period of like isolation or separation. You could be in that period right now. And this could be going on for the past like 3 to 5 years. You have been in the cycle of like isolation. With 12 here, I'm picking up for 3 years. Somebody has really, like, you've been on a soul's journey, like, not necessarily a dark night of the soul, but I'm hearing like you just been standing like by yourself, healing yourself, evolving within, and just going within. You've been on a strict diet, you've been on your journey with the Most High, and you've been learning the lessons that you need to learn, okay? Like, you're very grounded right now. But I'm also hearing that you still, like, within these 3 years, I'm seeing a great purge happening. Like, somebody has been purging and cleansing out so much, like, turmoil, so much generational curses. Okay, so much trauma, not just even generational, just trauma that you've experienced in this lifetime. Okay, it's like you've been healing so much within the past 3 years. That's why I feel like a major release. Like I just been like just releasing and just crying. I don't even know why. I just been literally just crying, like I just been releasing. And it's because like you are going into like a whole new phase. Remind you, seasons come and seasons go. And I'm hearing that you are like not necessarily in a new chapter of your life. Not only are you in a new chapter of your life, but you are in a new book. Like you are in a completely new era, a new age, okay? A new world order within your life, okay? You had so many, yeah, you had a period where you were abandoning yourself because you felt like you lacked support. or yeah, you feel like you lacked support, whether that was from people that were around you, or you felt like you did not have the inner strength at once upon a time to support yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and financially. I'm hearing you had to develop your strength over time. Okay? Somebody here had to really truly develop with healer card here. You had to learn how to heal yourself, and you've been on this journey of constantly healing things that no longer serve you, things can that will not be suitable for you in this new era that you're in, okay? Somebody had so many motherfucking people in their energy at once upon a time. You had friends, okay, like people that you came up with since a child, people that you met along your journey, like at jobs and just school, if you ever been into any type of program. You had so many people that were in your energy for years. You even had weird ass family members that has been in your energy for years. Well, warrior here, and I'm like, do you see this? It's like you had to, like, it's mind over matter. You had to war through all of this darkness that was being sent your way, and still stay level headed, right undergrounded. Still stay, and you see how both of these cards got the moon. You had to maintain balance within yourself because something was literally trying to take you out. Something literally wanted you to be not only in fear, but in a psychosis state of mind. Okay? Bipolar schizophrenic could run in your family, in your bloodline. Okay? But it skipped over you because you are chosen. You are the goat. You are the black sheep. You are the one that's called in your family to do something different. So this mental disorder skipped over you, but you had to fight because, like, you have some people who were not born with anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, and all of these mental psychological disorders. But over time, due to the trauma that they went through, they develop they I'm sorry y'all, I'm looking all around, but they develop these psychological disorders over time due to trauma. Okay? So I'm hearing that you really had to fight some shit up off of you to maintain your sanity. Like something really wanted your crown, something really wanted your head because this entity, this beast that's been on you and your family for centuries knows the power that your blood hold and what you can do when you're in your right state of mind, when you have the clarity, when you're close to God and you dwell in his shadow. You have the spirit of the Lord within you, the spirit of the Lord around you. The presence of the Lord is always around, guiding and protecting you and shielding you. Okay? No demonic forces can conquer you. It may form, but it will never ever conquer you. Not in this lifetime, not in another lifetime. No demonic forces can conquer you. No evil entities can kill you or destroy you. Okay? You really, somebody like this shit made me want to like burst out in tears. Like you really overcame something, man. And you really about to have a breakthrough. You had so many motherfuckers in your energy projecting evil shit onto your life. But all of that shit bounced back. None of that shit flopped. You didn't stand up to be none of that shit that them people thought that you would be or that you were capable of being. Because don't get me wrong, it's in you, not on you. You could do all of that shit that motherfuckers pretend to do and some if you really wanted to. But you not cut from the same cloth as these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers cut from shit paper. You silk. You on your silk road. You on your road to milk and honey. Okay? Like, you are royalty. Real royalty. Like, you are so rare. It's not like the lineage that you come from, the bloodline that you come from, your ancestry lineage. It's very few of you. You may be really the only one left still standing that got your full, like you have your full strength. And you had so many fucking demonic entities sent at you. Really? To kill you. To bring you down. To make you bow down to them. Worship them. I'm here. Don't you ever motherfucking bow down or submit to none of these motherfuckers or whatever that's dwelling within these motherfuckers. Like, bro, you real life had family members trying to sacrifice you. With reason? Yes. Reason? Trying to reason with demonic forces against you. Betting on your life. Betting on your life. Betting on your life. But you so wise and you so aligned with the Most High. And you still remain generous after all of the shit that motherfuckers tried to put you through. You still remain generous. Like, you still remain true to you. You still remain faithful to God. You still stay solid on your spiritual healing journey. You had men, women, all try to come against you just because of who you are and who you're called to become. You are greatness. Literally. That's your middle name. It's motherfuckers out here that did not want you free, did not want you living, do not want you breathing, do not want you walking properly, do not want you to be able to move your fucking arms. So every motherfucking chance you get, pop it on these niggas and these bitches. Move your body. Get that shit up out of your system, because it was so much fucking magic that people were sending at you, bro. I'm looking at my last video, like, and I'm like, man, I didn't even look like myself. And I'm going back, I'm looking at all my old pictures, like, and I'm just like, bro, like, my face, everything. When a particular individual get around me, my looks begin to change. I start looking older. I start looking drained. Like, I don't look like it's like my beauty is completely like siphoned in. I look like a fucking ogre. Somebody was fucking beating you down in the spirit, praying against you, speaking against you. Somebody had so much motherfucking hate and malice built up towards you, bro. For no reason, when all you did was be generous. All you did was try to love a person and share your wisdom with a person. All you did was try to help a person become more grounded, become devoted to their path with God as well, so that they could be an inspiration. But in return, they repaid your good with bad. Pure evil. You cannot reason with these type of folks. They're going to continue to send spiritual warfare your way. They're going to continue to send karmic loops, karmic cycles, to where you have to be in a constant state of healing. Like, you should be free right now. You should be relaxing. You shouldn't be having to feel like you got to heal from nothing. Like, yes, every day is something that we could, like, work on or improve. But you shouldn't be in a phase to where you're literally having to, like, come up out of something, like you recovering. Like somebody wants you in a constant state of recovering from something. Or is you the one that don't know how to recover from something? Let it go, release it, give it to the Lord, put it at the Lord's feet, forgive, forget, and move on. But never allow that same energy or that same entity or that same person to come back and play with you again. You have to create boundaries. Once a person show you once, twice, that's it. It should be a boundary placed there forever. Remind you, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Start looking at motherfuckers from a spiritual perspective. What's in this motherfucker spirit? Like, this shit is crazy. Somebody is really a fucking snake, a serpent in your life. This could be a mother figure. This could be a childhood friend or a man or a woman that you were dating that you love. Purely. You love this person purely. And this person had no love within themselves, so therefore they could not properly love you or treat you correctly. And instead of this person just moving on and just moving out your way without causing trauma to the next, this person wanted to inflict trauma. This person wanted you to feel what they went through coming up. This person wanted you to go through the same thing just to see what you would do if you was in their shoes. You should never want a person, if you went through some fuck shit, some terrible shit, some traumatic shit with anything in life, any situation or circumstance that hurted you, that brought you down, that made you cry, that made you feel some type of way, that made you lose, that set you back, that delayed you, you should not want to see the next motherfucker go through that shit or see your kids go through that shit. If anything, you should be shielding your kids. You already went through it. And you made it through it so they don't have to go through it. That's a part of being a blessing to somebody. That's a part of helping motherfuckers. That's why God calls certain people to minister and lead and preach the word. Okay, whatever you've been through, your testimony, you're going to turn your pain into purpose. Your testimony, now go out there, speak that shit and help others so no more people have to go through this shit, especially to the extent that you went through it. Somebody literally tried to crucify you. They did not want you to have any glory, any grace. They hated you from the jump. And this was a person that you loved, and you didn't understand why you love this person. I'm hearing it was all a test and it was all for a reason. God put you in that person's life to show them what real love, pure, authentic love is. And they hated you for that. They paid your love with hate. And they wanted you to continuously go through this type of cycle to where every time you meet somebody, every time you like somebody, every time you love somebody, that shit traumatize you. To where now you don't know, you have a hard time separating the real from the fake. And I have another video on that, separating the real from the fake, because once you go through so many experiences and it's like, it becomes a repetitive pattern. Like everybody you meet, you try to make friends with people. You try to get in relationships with a man or a woman, whether you're a divine feminine or a divine masculine. And it's like every shit always goes sour. Or them motherfuckers always start hating, or they just out of nowhere just start to get jealous of you or start envying you. Especially once they figure out they can't control you or they can't manipulate you. That's traumatizing. Because now every time you meet a new person, and everybody is not the same. Everybody is not after you. Everybody don't have the same mentality. Everybody wasn't raised the same. But when you meet people now, it's like you naturally have your guard up. on a whole nother level because you don't know who's who or what's what. It's so weird. Somebody really wanted you like to be suffering while you're here on this earth. I'm hearing live your motherfucking life. Get up, get out. Even if you ain't got $1 in your motherfucking pocket. If you live in a city, go to some free events. Just get out. This is how you gonna shake this fucking energy out. Just get out. Get out of the house. Take off walking somewhere. Get you at least an hour to 2 hour walk every day to get this shit. Get you some sun because you are a child of the sun and get this shit up out your energy. Somebody wanted you to live a life of suffering, of being depressed, of feeling down. Somebody do want you to be miserable as fuck because deep down inside they are miserable. They hate themselves. Somebody is very fucking insecure and they projected all of this shit on you. I keep seeing somebody literally beating somebody down like in a spirit, like beating your fucking head with a fucking hammer. Constantly, I'm seeing a motherfucker just in the spirit, like just constantly just tug at your motherfucking heart. Constantly tugging. Now what do? Did they just constantly tugging, 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 tugging? You patch some shit up like you going through open heart surgery. In the spirit though. You patch some shit up. I'm sorry. You patch yourself up. You go, do your spiritual work and you doctor on yourself and you heal yourself by doing the light work. And then this person send another entity or a person. In physical, it's a person. In the spiritual, it's an entity. They send another entity to come right back in and pull right at that fucking wound that you've patched up. This is why in the Bible it says to guard your heart. For the wells of your life flow through your heart. Somebody wants you disturbed all the time. Somebody wants you triggered all the time, purposely wanting to trigger you or keep you in a fight or flight state. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetic, overly eating, overweight. You at your most highest form, you're super conscious of what you allow into your body. What you eat, what you think, how you sleep, where you sleep, what you sleep in. Something had you completely derailed off of your path on a spiritual level to where you wasn't thinking at the highest that you could possibly be thinking in, and this person lowered your frequency and brought you down by traumatizing you, by triggering you, by constantly sending warfare at you, constantly sending magic towards your money so that you can always be stressed and always trying to figure out, what do I do next? Where do I go next? It's like I'm seeing somebody's spirit that just was trying to leap. Like you're literally trying to leap to the next phase of your life. You literally want so bad to take the next leap of faith on an esoteric level. But you had so many things, distractions, that were keeping you stagnant right where you were at. It's almost like y'all remember when the Wii games came out and Mario Kart was like the main game that was like already downloaded onto the Wii, if I'm not mistaken. I had a Wii before, but like y'all remember the little Wii games, and I think Mario Kart or something like that was like a downloaded game on there. And you know when you trying to get to, they had so many levels on there. When you trying to get to like the next level on there, and then you have all of those little obstacles that be in the road, bananas and shit, little mushrooms and shit that you have to hoop over in order to win that level and get to the next level. I'm seeing somebody was stuck at a level for like years, like 10 years. It's like you could not get to level 5, and place that where you want to place it in your life. But it's like you started out at level 4, and it's like you've been in level 4 for like 10 years. And another download that I picked up on like last week and shit is that if you truly want to get out of poverty, like if you you grew up in the hood, family didn't really have much, or you grew up like in a middle class household, but you know that you want more for yourself and you seek more for yourself and you don't want to live a life in poverty, which poverty is a state of mind. Not only is it a state of mind, but it's really a tangible thing to where you can't make enough money to live a better lifestyle to afford the life that you really want to make. But you're going to make it and you're going to get there. But the way that you're going to get there is going to be non-traditional. And then number 2, when you're trying to get out of poverty, this is the download I got. When you're trying to get out of poverty, you have to let everything and everyone go that was attached to you when you were living in poverty. Grandmothers, mothers, fathers, cousins, brothers, sisters, friends, everybody that you knew when you were living in poverty or when you were struggling or when you were coming up, most of them, especially if they're not moving forward and meeting their quotas and moving on to the next level on their journeys, you're going to have to let those folks go and love them from a complete distance. Okay? Because one thing about it, in this world, this matrix, the way things are set up, we are in a rat race. So if a person know that you have the potential to become a billionaire, a millionaire, a zillionaire, whatever it is that what you see yourself being, if they know that you have the potential to become a doctor, a lawyer, a famous beautician, a famous hairstylist or eyebrow stylist or anything, whatever you do that you love and you want to do, if people around you that came up with you, that knew you when you were in the mud, when you was getting this shit out the mud, know and see that you have the potential to become the very best at something, to do something that exceed whatever they have going on, these motherfuckers are going to try to do any and everything to keep you at the level you're on or to keep you on their level. So coming up out of poverty, you're going to have to release anybody that was attached to your past life. And I'm not talking about no past life. I'm talking about the life now. Anybody that was, just say for instance, if you went through poverty from 1 years old to 19 years old, everybody that you knew from 1 years old to 19 years old, you're not going to be able to keep those same friends anymore. You're not going to be able to fuck with your family the same no more. You're going to have to move around whether you love them people or not, bro. Most of us, especially us black folks that come from picking cotton, slavery, that come from a Native American Indian background, Creole background, African background. Our people are not supportive. They're not going to want most people around you, family is not going to see you win and break those curses off the family. Most black families are not supportive. It's going to be somebody in the family that's jealous of you and what you got going on. Excuse me. Like, people do all type of shit. All type of shit to distract you, to delay you, to set you back. I was literally looking at a Facebook post the other day, and this girl was on Facebook and she was crying. She was on there, you know, her post, you could tell when a person is crying and they just on there complaining. She was crying and she said she had just got her a job, started working. She had been without a job for months. Just got her a job or whatever. She was staying with a friend. And her cousin hit her up. And her cousin was like, hey, girl, I have an apartment. I'm getting ready to move. I'm moving, you know, to another side of town. But my lease is not up until such and such. She told her cousin, I'm going to just say Tracy, the girl that was on, I'm just making up names. But the girl who Facebook post I was reading, her name was Tracy, right? And her cousin, Marie, contacted her and was like, hey, I'm moving. Marie contacted Tracy and was like, I'm moving to the other side of town, but my lease is not up, and I wanted to see if you wanted to take over my lease, woo, 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 da, 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 da. And this cousin was like this. Why in the fuck, Tracy, she had been living with a friend because she was without a job for several months trying to find a job, and she finally had got her a good-ass job, you know what I'm saying, and she had 2 kids. You know, so that's a lot. When you living in a friend household or somebody else's household, thankfully she had somebody to move in with that accepted her, that didn't treat her like shit because she was homeless. Thankfully, she had somebody to move in with and live with while she went through that season of her life. She got her job, good ass job, started working, and her cousin hit her up, was like, cuz I'm getting ready to move to the other side of town, but my lease is not up. Do you want to take over this lease? Tracy was like, yeah, like she looking at it like, yeah, man, like God blessing me. Like, yeah, I'm ready. I just got me a job. Now I can move in somewhere for me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to stay at nobody else's house. I need my own space and shit now. Tracy moved into the apartment that her cousin Marie had left. Marie moved on the other side of town in a nice ass, like condo, like some nice ass apartments. Why the fuck, Tracy, this lady was on Facebook crying and she was like, my own cousin would do this to me because, like, within the next 3 weeks while Tracy was there, she get a knock on her door from the constables saying that she had to move out because her cousin was past due on the lease for like it was like a duplex. Her cousin was past due like 4-6 months behind. And that she had to move out, be out by the morning, and that she would be reliable for the bills if she didn't move. And that lady was literally, she was on Facebook, she was so hurt because her cousin had always been like this. Her cousin was somebody that she confided in, that she, you know, went out with and shit like that. And she did that girl like that. And she didn't have no remorse. She did not care at all. She's like, oh, well, that's your responsibility now. And you see what I'm saying? Soon as that cousin figured out, oh, she got her a job, like why in the fuck would you think this lady is liable to pay your past due bills, bro? Why would you put that lady and her kids in a situation like that? Now she might not have nowhere. Now that she have already moved out of the friend house and they've already made the arrangements and talked about that shit, now she may not have nowhere else to fucking go. Which puts her in danger and possibly losing her job. Because let's be real, it's hard to get to a job when you don't have nowhere to lay your head at night or when you get off of work. When you don't have no stability already in your home life. It's hard. That shit is hard. And then dealing with these fucking shelters. Man, these motherfuckers not helping nobody out here. All of that shit is a play. Them shelters, them programs, them social work, social science ass motherfucking plays that they be playing on us, bro, to get grant money. to pay their bills. I came up in shelters, so I know the type of game that the motherfuckers play. That shit just like being in jail, if not worse. Dealing with fucking social workers, case managers, case workers, and shit like that. Them hoes micromanaging your life because you're in a situation to where you're homeless. It's hard out here. Why the fuck would you do? And this is why I'm saying, when you getting up out of poverty and you trying to move to the next level in your life, certain motherfuckers you have to let go. They cannot come with you. They cannot know certain information about you. You cannot keep people informed on your blessings. I know we be wanting to share our blessings with others, but motherfuckers don't be happy for us. They rather it be them. And motherfuckers so fucking shiesty and evil, they'll fuck your blessings up. Just because some people don't even want it to be them. Some people so fucking down low, they just don't want it to be you. So be careful. Create some boundaries around yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your fucking self. Family ain't, what is family? What is that? What is a friend? You gotta change your definition. The shit that we were taught, a lot of words, the root word of most words that we speak in the language of English are Latin. Who created the Latin language? You got to think of it from that perspective. Who created the Latin language? Who created the language systems that we speak and gave these terms meaning? So you got to get down to the root of what love is to you, what hate is to you, what support is to you. What does support look like to you? What areas of your life do you need support? What is family to you? What is your definition of family? How do you perceive family should be and interact in your life? How do you perceive a friend? What is a friend to you? Because see, everybody's definition of these terms are different. Everybody have different moral codes, different character, different perspective, a different view on things. So when you're dealing with people, you create boundaries, but when you're dealing with people, you have to come to mutual grounds on where we stand. We're grounded. I'm your friend, bitch, but certain shit I ain't finna, like, I'm not finna suffer your karma because of some shit that you did. So don't call me when you in big motherfucking trouble, because I'm not coming to save you. I'm a friend to the point to where I give you the guidance and my wisdom to be like, bitch, no, don't do that. Like, no, I can't tell you what to do or how to live your life, but bitch, I don't really think that's for you, and I don't really want to see anything backfire or bad happen to you. I'm your friend up until that point. Or if a motherfucker trying to physically harm you or some shit like that. But then you gotta even be careful with that. Because some motherfuckers will put you in harm's way on purpose. They'll set you up for the play. Set you up to be delayed and killed and backstabbed. So you have to be mindful and protect yourself. When some shit don't feel right, when some shit feel off, move around and let that shit play out. Let them deal with that shit. That ain't your battle. With Warrior here, you got to know which battles is yours, because your whole goal is to win the war on life that you have to face in this lifetime. So every battle is not yours. And if you get caught up fighting this motherfucker battle, this person battle, that person battle because you're trying to help and be there for everybody because you don't truly know how to love yourself, or you feel unloved, you feel vulnerable. You got to get down to the root of that shit and heal that within. A lot of us get into situations is because we don't really love ourselves. It's so many women, when I experienced a day spending a day in jail, do you know it was so many women that was locked up behind a nigga in bars, behind a nigga, fucking with a nigga. And the truth is, if you loved yourself more, you wouldn't even put yourself in a predicament to be going through no shit behind no fucking nigga. I'm not doing no time for no fucking nigga. I'm not crashing out unless a nigga trying to physically fucking harm me, unalive me or some shit like that. You got it. I'm not a violent person. I don't want to fight. I'm a lover. I want to love and I want to be loved. But it's levels to that shit. You can't be out here loving motherfuckers when you don't truly love yourself in its totality, in the entirety of yourself. You can't just, that's just like handing a motherfucker just anything on the plate. You got to be more conscious of what's on your plate before you try to give a motherfucker a plate of yours. So, learning how to love yourself is very important here. It's very important. Yes, there was a time in my life where I didn't know how. I wasn't brought up around women that loved themselves or taught me how to love myself as a woman. I had to learn that shit. I had to go through it. I had to beat my own self down. I had to lose in order to gain myself, bro. In your life, you are the most valuable thing in your life. Nothing is more valuable than you. Nothing. Like, you really gotta understand, bro. This shit is designed for us to look outside of ourselves for everything. Yes, it's okay to have companionship. It's okay to have friendship. It's okay to create your own soul family and things of that nature. But when you standing, when you sleep, when you by yourself at night and you laying in your bed, the only motherfucker you got to face is yourself. Or when you locked up in a fucking jail cell, all you truly got is your fucking self. It's just you and God. When you close your eyes at night, it's just you and God. Ain't nobody facing that shit for you. Now you might have certain people that believe in you, that trust you, that be willing to stand on front line for you, but ain't nobody gonna stand in the paint for you like you is. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. That shit brought tears to my eyes because that's just real life, the truth, bro. Motherfuckers not as solid, and I can't stand people that always want to be so real, so trill, so this, so that. Be motherfucking real with yourself. Like, I tell people, I'm my own worst critic. I'm my biggest critic because I stay on my own ass to keep myself sharpened. Because I am very picky and choosy with allowing certain people and energies into my life. Like, I can tell the way you treat yourself and the way that you behave and your actions that, like, you're not wise counsel in my life. Taking advice from you, like, I can learn certain things from you. I definitely can learn what not to be, what not to do. But you're not wise counsel. And anytime I'm listening to somebody advice or seeking their advice, I know that they're a wise being and they've been through some things and they overcame some things and they still overcome it and they still stand devoted to their journey just like me. They serious. They understand that they the most valuable being in their life. I listen to people, to stand up motherfuckers like that face their own shit. I don't fuck with these. I don't fuck with motherfuckers that try to throw their karma off or throw they shit onto other people. In other words, codependent people. You gotta be independent and then interdependent. To where you have a connection, a network of people that you can lean on when you need that uplifting. But for the most part, number one is stand tall on your own with you and the Most High. I don't fuck with people that try to do, that be doing dirty ass shit, evil, hateful, malice ass shit, malicious ass shit, and then they try to come throw they fucking karma on somebody else. They try to come get somebody else caught up in they scams and schemes and they karmic cycles. That shit is fraud. Another thing, be very fucking mindful of who you have kids with, of who you co-create with, who you give access to your DNA. Once you kiss a motherfucker, once you put your secretions, your bodily fluids on a person, they got access to your Akasha. This is why most of these motherfucking niggas, they know what the fuck, they know the value that they can get from having sex with motherfuckers. Sexual vampires, lustful beings, they know the type of energy that they get when they having sex with a person. A motherfucker drain you of your full life force energy just by sticking they fucking dick in you. Just by riding your dick, my nigga. Just by putting they pussy on you. They'll be draining your whole fucking essence and the greatness that you're supposed to be. Just because you want to be loved. Just because you want to feel something. No, tighten the fuck up. Tighten the fuck up. And I be having to tell myself this. I done been there before. Look, it was a time I was lonely as fuck. I was, bruh, from the age of 19 to like 23, I was doing anything. I'm going to be honest. And not just anything, but if you ever get to know me and I share certain things about me, then that's what it is. But I wasn't just doing anything. But to me, I was doing shit that I never thought I would be doing. You know? I was promiscuous. I was fucking. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? When in relation, I was fucking and shit like that. Doing shit that I never thought I would be doing. And I was only doing it out of hurt. Betraying myself. With loving here. Betraying my beauty. And now I'm in a phase where I'm cleansing myself. I don't know what's on me. Niggas I done laid down with. And these one no good men, good young men. These was niggas in the streets from the hood. Baby mamas, babies, all type of shit. That's already on them. From their lineage, from their bloodline. And I'm mixing myself up with that shit. So you have to take account for the shit that you allow, for the shit that you participated in. I was talking to somebody the other day and he told me, he said, I was saying something and I was like, yeah, I've been a victim of that too. We was just talking about dating or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I've been a victim of that too. He was like, you weren't no victim. He told me, he said, you weren't no victim. He said, you participated. I said, you know what, you sure right. Let me change my wording because I wasn't no victim. I wasn't no victim. When you a victim, that's some shit that happened to you that you had no control over when you a victim. You had no control over a person doing something to you when you're a victim. I was willingly participating in certain shit, even though I was vulnerable at the time, I was weak. So I was getting beat because I was weak. There were wicked forces at play that wanted me down bad, on my back, ass tooted up, on my ass. No money, no car, no job. And I'm here. Look at where I'm at now. I'm here. I'm just telling the truth, man. Shit just be fucked up. Whew, Lord, we have to really like overcome ourselves for real. Because with unrecognized here, you could become a part in it could come a time in your life to where you don't even recognize who the fuck you are anymore. Think about the women that turn into like crackheads and shit. Yeah, they stay strong and they keep going. But when them women truly look at themselves in the mirror, they don't really recognize themselves. It be like a deer hit out of headlights. Memory be gone, erased. They don't remember who they were. They remember certain things like, damn, like it's women in real life used to be teachers, lawyers, my nigga, doctors. I'm talking about successful women, successful men. They got a hold of some dope or some bad shit and they ain't been the same ever since. It gets real in the field, and I don't want that to happen to nobody. I don't want that to happen to myself. So be careful how you judge people. But learn from people, learn from everybody, learn from their story. Everybody has a testimony. Everybody has a gift at something, even if they haven't yet discovered their gift. Even if they use their gift for bad or for wrong. Learn from them. People can only show you two things, what to be or what not to be. But I'm telling y'all, it's breakthrough season. You want that breakthrough, you gotta be obedient. You can't be fucking around no more. You gotta put your full armor on. Keep your guards up. Keep your poker face on. This shit is not a game out here. Shit ain't no fucking game. But then again, you gotta be lighthearted enough to know that don't take life so serious. But you gotta know that this shit still ain't no game. This shit real. You here for a purpose. You here for a reason, and you need to be walking in it. Okay? With the moon card, defend, accept, let your feelings tell you how to. The nurturing of feelings caused by reactions, yeah. Make sure your reactions is of God. WWJD, baby. What would Jesus do? Because see, it's so many things out here, like the provoking spirits I talk about all the time, that want to provoke you. It's like they send every type of entity your way. Oh, she didn't engage in that. Oh, I sent this nigga at her. It's exactly what she like. It's her type. He's brown skinned. He got some height on her. See, because God know what you like and what you want, but so does the devil. See, God know your heart. He know your mind. He know your thoughts, but the devil know you based off pattern recognition. That's why the enemy always study you. That's why you have monitoring spirits. Like, it's levels to this shit. That's why you have monitoring spirits, so they just study you. So they know what'll trigger you, like I spoke about in the beginning of this reason. In the beginning of this reading. They do shit to trigger you, provoke you. Oh, she didn't fuck with him. Oh, I thought that's what she would have wanted. Like, I know I passed the test. I kind of felt it a little bit because I should have walked away. But I had a dude come at me this year. Somewhat my type. I want a Leo. I want, that dominance, whoop the whoop whoop. Dark skin, tattoos. But when I get to know him, he got a stench on him, an odor. And I realized demons have odors. Those that's working with Satan and minions, they have a smell. A nasty fucking drunk feet, ass smelling ass smell. Okay. This lust, this addiction, this poverty, all mixed in one. You better know it. I passed the test though. And then I doubled back and I tripped out because I got to feeling a little lonely. And I quickly snapped back from that shit. See, I ain't afraid to say what I've been through. I quickly snapped back from that shit. And I released it. I don't need it. You're not needed. You serve no purpose whatsoever around me, in my mind, in my pants, nothing. You serve no purpose for me in the walk that I'm on with God. And you not more important than anything going on. You not bigger than my program. You not bigger than the program, period. Oh, now Satan is mad. Oh, she passed it. She didn't fall for it. Okay, let me try something else. Now I'm gonna start working on her mother or a family member. This person is gonna come in and tie her down, put her back in the emotional karmic loop cycle to where she feel like, man, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What's next? I'm tired of going through this. I'm tired of struggling. I'm trying to do that. Fuck it. I'm just gonna scam. Now she done scam. Now she's facing time. Or now she done took from the wrong person and now UA. So this is how these forces work to get you right where they want you. So that's why I talk about that provoking spirit, because that is a very fucking dangerous spirit. And remind you, when I speak on these things, best believe there's a test coming right after this. Now all of a sudden, I want to be celibate. I'm telling God, I don't want to have no more sex until, the Lord sent my person in. I don't want to give myself to nobody else. Okay. Guess what? With that being said, you're going to be tested. Now the pressure is on, okay? Now I'm going to start sending everything your way that you liked it. You want a nigga with diamonds in his mouth? Here come one. Got a nice little car, some nice little shit going on. Get to talking to him. Next thing you know, text message, he send you a dick pic. He want to link up. He want to fuck. Okay. You want one of these rapping niggas. I got one for you. Boom. He come. Guess what? He's still battling with his own shit as well. He's lustful as fuck. So what you gonna do? You gonna fuck him? Or you're gonna stand on your word and your obedience to God's word and stay patient before the Lord and celibate like you said you would, or you said you wanted to, until the Lord send you the one. Now, how do you know this is the one? How do a person truly know that this is my person? This is who God want me to do life with, travel through time with, for better or for worse. You will know. You will know. But there will be many counterfeits and twin flames and all that bullshit that'll come your way. People that you have similar energy. See, the universe start matching people up with you based on your energy. So if you're not vibrating high, you got to start looking at people as a test to level up. Everybody that come your way is a form, a fashion, or a way for you to level up. So I like that song by Sierra. Level up, level up, level up, level up. You see what she had to go through? She had to deal with a super fucking gremlin before she could get to her milk and honey. The future, yeah, the music is hard. It be jamming. Even though it ain't saying nothing with no real substance in it outside of Molly Percocet. But nothing with no true godly substance in it. She had to deal with that super gremlin and go through that phase of life in order to get her husband. So we have to understand that it's truly levels to this shit. And you gotta fight every level. It's gonna be another fight. Another devil. Understand the plot. Understand the plot that's on your life. I go by one quote that I had wrote when I used to write my downloads up. When I really got tapped in and into my spiritual journey, every time I would get like a download or something, I would always write it down on my index card, and I keep it. That's when y'all be seeing me do those little decks, and I read off of those decks. Those were downloads that I got like over time. That's why I have the date on a lot of them. A lot of them come from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. I haven't really done it since like 2024 because I just haven't been in the mind space. I just been moving through time. Anywho, I'm also picking up to write things down as well so that you can kind of stay balanced within yourself by going back and reading the things that you have wrote. And writing also help with memory. That come out the book of Thoth. Thoth. See, a lot of ancient Egyptians knew that there is a sacred divine power in writing and being able to read and write symbolism. But anywho, what was I saying? I was saying something. See, I was saying something about memory and Sierra. But it's very important to understand that there are new levels. There are new levels and new devils as well. Capricorn, focusing on dedication to achieve your goals, the day-to-day reality, use the most business way life. I'm also picking up that you have to conduct your life like a business. Like when businesses do their gain and loss pages, they're scheduled to, you're taking note of what came in and what went out. So anything that's around you, that's something that's coming in, anything that's external, your environment, your work, your friends and family, are all external factors that comes into your spirit. So all of this is going to determine what you allow to flow out of you based on what you're taking in is going to flow out. It's just the same thing that whatever you eat, you shit. So if you eating bad, you eating horrible, your shit gonna be your shit gonna smell. Some people got shit, they shit don't even smell. They never get stomach aches. They never get like what is it called, congested or bloatedness or what they call it when your stomach constipated. Some people never get constipated. Why? Because what they put in their body, they eat a lot of earthly foods, greens, fruits, vegetables, meals that keep their body hydrated. So therefore, with they shit, sometimes people fart. You ever been around somebody, they fart, you don't even smell they fart. Like they farts have no smell. Because they eat right. Or either they just don't eat a whole lot. But when you smell that shit, you be like, damn. And motherfucker, you smelling, you know a motherfucker just got done eating some devil eggs or some heavy shit. Some shit with a whole lot of metals in it that's really not good for your body. With Neptune energy, anywho, it's levels to this shit. Keep going. Keep achieving your daily goals. Let nothing or no one set you back or put you in a state of mind to where you feel like you're literally losing. To where you feel like you can't be who God called and designed you to be. There will be many distractions in life, but you must stay grounded. You must first love yourself. You must first understand who you are to get to the next level. To run your life like a business, to know having that type of energy around me is going to trigger me and cause me to potentially crash out or react in a way that's not best for me. So it's best that I just completely stay away from that person, that area, that environment. I must solely focus on achieving my goal, meeting my quota. Like when how Fortune 500 companies are built, They all have a goal, a mission statement. And they set it up to where they will hire hundreds of thousands of people to meet the goal for this company. Whether that's monthly revenue, annually revenue, semi-annually, or decades down the line. What is the goal? Plan your life in increments. Every 3 months, I want to achieve something. This 3 months, I'm going to lock this down, solidify this, and not just things that's tangible. Spiritually, I want to be here. I started here. I want to be here in 3 months. In the next year, I want to be here. I want to go there this year. I want to do this year. I want to experience this. I want to take a class on this. I want to learn this. Telling y'all, man, run your life like a business. You got to have that Capricorn energy. You got to be mature about things. With Saturn here, I don't like this card. I don't like Saturn because Saturn is just like it's just a planet. It's almost like a prison planet. It's just like Saturn, you're going to go like backwards in order to move forward with Saturn. Saturn energy, like Saturn and Neptune energy, is literally like you going backwards. And it's like you have to get tested again on something to see if you pass a test for real. To see if you truly know better and to see if you truly want better for yourself. It's like something is going to come to you again. It's going to come for you again. With third house here, your ideas, short-term thinking and trips. Who or what is around you? By making the right connections, the idea in question, get your ideas going. Limits, be realistic about, be concerned about. You must wait before you can. Yeah, Saturn is like a really like Saturn and Neptune like it's really truly all about sacrifices and eliminating certain shit. It's like a purification and resurrection all in one. And see, you're going to go through some shit to get that. In order to resurrect and get the glory of God, you're going to have to go through that South Node phase. Your lower nature. Yeah. And then Scorpio here. What does it say? Purification to resurrect. Yep. Your beliefs will cost you. Be direct and maintain your resources and be productive. Productivity will give you the best results. Productivity. Pisces energy. Spirituality. Somebody needs to, it's like you need to be tapped into your spiritual side right now. Somebody could be lacking on they like just whatever spiritual regime you've had and built over time. I'm hearing somebody came back. They came back for you to like finish you. To literally end you. Came back with like sweet nothing. Communication with Mercury here. Okay? But it's like trust your psychic knowledge, trust your intuition. And in this season, you know yourself so well that you're not indecisive. The worst type of energy you could be in is indecisive. You gotta know and go with the flow. Sometimes you just gotta move without ever you gotta move without ever like thinking. You gotta use your innate abilities which is your psychic being, that's going to tell you it's time to go. Okay, it's time to do this. Okay, do this like this. A lot of people's lives have been saved because they don't try to overthink or do research or analyze. They just literally go with their innate ability. That's why I like women. Not I like, because I'm not saying it in that way, but I fuck with other women that's confident in themselves. Because I remember it was a time I wasn't that confident in myself. But I be watching baddies, like a lot of people like, oh, I don't watch it. But I ain't gonna lie. Some of them bitches on there really some stand-up bitches, and I fuck with how they, like how they go hard behind they self. Like, they gonna put they self out there. They confident. They like fuck with these hoes. Think fuck with society thinking. Think fuck with the net thinking about me. I believe in myself. I'm a push behind my brand. I'm a push behind my music. Like, they don't look at their music. You might be looking at their music like, damn, that shit whack. I never listen to that. And you still end up listening to that shit because it's just that energy, like believing in yourself and pushing behind who you is. A motherfucker have no choice but to put some respect on your name. Even if that shit is whack to them or it's not they type of shit. It's a lot of people that's out. It's a lot of people that's around you that, you know, you look at it from your perspective, your lens, like, that shit whack. Oh, I would never do that. I would never listen to that. I would never wear that. You know what I'm saying? But them motherfuckers setting trends with the shit that they doing because it's just the energy and the umph and the belief and them just feeling they self. That's the energy. That's the wave. That's the vibration right there. Feel your motherfucking self. But if you insecure and you hateful within, it's going to be hard for you to get in that groove to where you just feeling yourself. See, some people can't tap into this unless they on some type of drug. Unless they drunk. Unless they like on a beam on something. But you got to be able to turn this shit on while you sober. Some people can't get to that level. I know some people that's literally mad, grumpy all fucking day. But once they get their little DOC in their system, oh baby, yeah, they turn. That's like when they innate abilities. That's when like they animalistic being just get the flourishing and thriving. You gotta be in that shit in that type of mode all the time. You gotta feel you, be you, do you. Like, fuck with a bitch stank. Like, they ain't you. They don't know your walk. They don't know your journey. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you go through in the dark or behind closed doors. They don't know what you have conquered. So fuck what another nigga or bitch think that's not you. Shit, do you? um, yeah, I'm also picking up like in this season, put yourself out there. Express yourself. Be yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Like, do all of that for you. Sagittarius energy. Ashe. Ashe. A lot of us Sagittarius and Pisces and Taurus. Can't speak on no Scorpio, but I know for shit show. A lot of Sagittarius and Pisces, we're very like we the same mutual signs. Like most mutual signs, we always not mutual signs, mutable signs. And not to just get deep off into astrology like that, but this is what I've experienced just like through life. Like, I've dealt with like every sign around me, you know, multiple people of each sign. So I know the energy they play. That's why I could just tell what sign a person is just off the bat, just looking at you, just how you talk and how you perceive in life based off of your, you know, energy and aura and stuff like that. But most mutable signs, we tend to put others before ourselves. We'll put ourselves all the way on the back burner and then think about ourselves last, and then that's what we fuck up at. That's what we start losing at. That's why our glow start getting drained. Our life force, our frequency, our dopamine. Now, that's why most motherfucking Sagittarius and shit and Pisces be heavily on drugs. Because we done took care of every motherfucking body in this bitch. I done something for everybody in this bitch. But when I need something, man, ain't nobody in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me to feel, now I'm feeling down bad about that shit. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling like I'm not myself. I'm losing myself. Like, damn, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? What do I need to do? I ain't liking myself. I ain't feeling myself. So guess what? I'm finna go get high. Whatever your DOC is, I'm finna go get me, you know what I'm saying? Alcohol is a drug too. So that's a high in itself. So I'm talking about everything, whatever it is. I'm finna go get drunk. I'm finna go get me a bottle. Give a fuck. So I can feel myself, so I can feel better about this shit that I'm facing for real, that I'm really not facing, but that I'm going through for real. Delaying your process because you study putting that shit on the back burner because you trying to self-medicate. Sun. But the sun always shine. Okay? Once you realize what it is that you can do better and the things that's been brought to the life or to life about you, you gain more respect for yourself and life. And then you able to create something that can expand to something even greater. I'm here. Don't listen to these haters. Motherfuckers be haters. Motherfuckers be insecure. Subordinate. Why I'm hearing subordinate? Like SUB. Subordination. Okay. You do have a fucking blessing, this person must hate. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm saying. Hold on. Subordinate. Yeah, I was hearing subordinate, like being lower in rank, position, or importance of being subject to the authority and control of another. Yeah, these haters are subordinate to your plan, your growth, your business. Like, you ever heard of a company or been rolled up at a company that you work for subordination? I don't know if that's the same thing, but it's the same thing in your life. You have to write motherfuckers off as subordinate to what you have going on. Okay? You have to get in your bad bitch or fly nigga energy. And it's truly something that did not want you to reach this level. Something did not, with Aries here in your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way. Energies to meet the challenge of your desires regarding resorting from the understand strength of. Something did not want you to truly gain your full power and strength at 100%. Something did not want you to have that. Something was fighting you. Like I picked up earlier, for the past 10 fucking years. It's been an entity or multiple entities that's been fighting you. Because they know at your highest, at your greatest, at your best, you can shift so many things around you to where these little germs, these little parasites cannot survive in your atmosphere. And you literally become a shield for others. Certain shit is not ever going to take place with you being in the room. Because you are the protection. You are the sword. You are the weapon. And that's truly what they don't want you to know. Sixth house energy, you supposed to be serving. Your job, your full-time job is serving and doing a little at a time. It's doing good for the great of all. And being a good service to others. I know sometimes that shit get draining. With Gemini energy here, you supposed to be speaking. I keep picking up on, like, everybody have a voice box. Everybody have, a throat chakra. And you supposed to be speaking your motherfucking truth. And it's gonna be people who can relate and people who won't be able to relate, and that's just what it is. Fuck them, we ball. Okay? You gotta do a few free throws sometimes in order to win the game. So, with that being said, man, you and your purpose now. It's already yours. Destiny. I'm picking up on Arizona. Like, somebody, if you've been living like in the inner city or something like that, or you could even be living like in the country, like in the country town or something, you need to be around some mountains. I picked up on Arizona, Colorado, Tennessee, like, what's that the area on the map, like that, oh my God, that's like some don't want you to move, some want you to fall and fail, I'm trying to tell you. That's like the Middle West, where most of the mountains are. But I'm getting that you need to be near mountains at this time. With Libra energy here, I'm hearing you need to be like the Grand Canyon is very significant. Somebody could be going to Arizona State University or Colorado or Other states that have mountains in them, but that's the only ones I could think of right now. But I'm just picking up on somebody need to be near mountains right now. Idaho, Montana, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. I wonder what's in Wyoming. 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 Wyoming or something. I don't know. But that's a state that I never really just learned much about for real. But I'm definitely picking up on it's time to travel. If you're not already traveling, it's time that you start. Even I'm hearing somebody, you could literally, if you start traveling without a dollar in your fucking pocket, without a dollar in your pocket, God gonna bring you overflow just for moving, just for going, just for letting Him lead you and guide you, just for being in a whimsical, power. And that's really like tapping into your innate abilities. Like when the slaves was freed and shit, some of them, like down south, our people down south, and that's kind of why I want to kind of get out the southern states for a while and at least experience something else, and then maybe come back home. But a lot of them, once they were free, some of them they didn't even second guess it. They didn't even think twice. They meant that. They was like, "I'm gone. I'm on the next motherfucking train to Motown. I'm on the next motherfucking train to anywhere but the fucking South." Cause see, it was years we had been freed, and most of us in the southern states, in Texas, in Florida, in Louisiana, and all these southern states, we didn't even know that national laws had abolished slavery. We didn't know. We had no idea. It wasn't no news or television shows. It wasn't no national TV. Excuse me. We didn't know that shit. It was years afterwards. And then some of us was so fucking enslaved within our minds that even after being free, they still would stay near the massa. That killed all their cousins, killed half of their damn family members because they didn't know nobody else. They didn't know where to go. They didn't know what to do next. But bitch, you free. It's all of this land. And you a free woman. You a free man. You can go anywhere. But you choose to stay here and become a indentured servant to these motherfuckers that hate your blood, that hate your skin, that hate everything about you, but they steal everything from you, from the way you cook, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you take care of your kids. They learn from us. Slavery was way deeper than what the fuck we think. Man, them people were put here. They were placed here. We were born here, my nigga. We rose from the motherfucking dirt, literally. Them people were mutated and placed here. So we were the humans. They had to come learn how to do humanistic shit from us. That's why they whipped our ass, hung us if we went against them. But the whole time, y'all were going against us. Our nature, our beliefs. Mass manipulation. They wanted our minds enslaved and trapped so that they can control us. But some of our ancestors, as soon as they figured out that we were free, some of them had already known. Who's to say Who led the Underground Railroad? Harriet Tubman. Who's to say she wasn't a black woman that had already knew? Bitch, we've been free. Bitch, we can leave. What the fuck is you still? But a lot of them were afraid that if they tried to leave, they would get killed or their family would die. But who's to say we hadn't already been free for real? Because you know they tell us history. They be rewriting our history to tell us things that they want us to know. It's a lot of shit that went on that we have no clue about. It's a lot of shit about Martin Luther King. I was going to say Michael Jackson. But yeah, Michael Jackson too. But Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, their stories is way more deeper. That's why they push them people to the front in our face. Them people, Marcus Garvey, all of them have way more deeper stories than what they have led on to us. But who's to say that Harriet Tubman was telling them, like, you know we free? Like, I read the newspaper, because it was newspapers back then. Who's to say she wasn't like, I read the newspapers. The 13th Amendment said that slavery is abolished. So we can leave. And if you fear leaving, you fear getting killed, I'm going to set this shit up at this time of the day. We're going to go through the Underground Railroad. And we're going to leave and go to New York, or we're going to go up north. Who's to say we weren't already free? Because I know I'm free. So with that being said, I'm saying that some of us need to travel. It's so much land. It's so much things to do, so many places to explore, but I'm definitely getting that somebody needs to get around some mountains. Like, you need to go hiking. You need to get back into nature. If you've been sitting in a house a lot or inside of buildings where shit is like insulated walls, you need to be out in nature. You need to become one with nature again, with your true nature, is what I'm picking up on. Because all of this shit that was in your energy for so long, somehow within that process, down the road, down the way, down the line, you're losing your true essence, your true nature. Because of what Big Mama said, Grandma, what Auntie told you was right, Big Auntie, what Unc told you was right, Big Unc, what Sis told you was right, my big sister, my little sister. You got to get back into the groove of you. Motherfuckers gonna always try to project some shit onto you or send some shit your way. But how you fight this shit off is keep being you. You feel tired? Get you the proper rest that you need and get the fuck back up and get on your motherfucking job. You have a job to do. You have a purpose. You are someone, somebody. You are greatness. So get up. Don't let these motherfuckers hold you down. Captivate you. Hold you in captivity. Mentally. Get the fuck up. Rise. Rise. It's time for you to rise. It's truly time for you. It's truly time. It's truly time for you to rise. And get back to who you've always been. And evolve within that. It's so many levels and aspects within yourself that could be improved. so that you could tap into the highest and the greatest version of yourself. It's time for you to rise. It's time for you to rise. Like I said, do not let this shit hold you in captivity mentally. Break every chain, every shackle off of your brain, off of your body, off of your spirit, off of your soul, off of your heart. Because you are greatness. You are made for this. Don't ever let a person tell you who you are. People could give you wise counsel and advice on your journey, but never let a nigga or a bitch tell you what or who you are. That's not your truth. What another think of you is not your truth. What is true though is what you think of you. How you feel about you, that's your truth. How you feel about who you are and who you will be and what you made of. So build on your character. Illuminate your truth. Speak your truth. Empower yourself so that you can inspire others to be better, to stand in their own truth. And stop worrying about the critics. It's always going to be criticism. It's always going to be a person that wants to tear you down. Because, see, they know you the truth. They know who you are. But the thing about it is, they don't want you to know who you are. That's the whole name of the game. That's how they play us with the system, with the culture, with society. Stolen artifacts. People are thieves. Bred from thieves. Centuries and centuries and centuries of thieves. Stolen artifacts. Art artifacts. Get what I'm saying? So much stolen knowledge and information. Books of life. Stories, testimonies to play out somebody else's plan. But I'm hearing you have a plan and a purpose. So stick to your plan. Stick to your goal. Stick to your purpose. And watch how it play out in the best interest for you. See, there will be so many people that want you to give up on yourself. So much energy sent towards you that don't want you to trust and love yourself. That's why it's important. I keep preaching this knowing yourself. Know thyself. Know thyself. Change. A lot of change is coming. A lot of change. It's time for change now. 12-12 energy. 3-3-3 energy. 4-4-4 energy. Change is now. 5-5-5. All of the motherfucking angel numbers. All that shit is shifting. Okay? The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward. so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Ashe. New things are birthing. And you have the willpower to determine the direction that things are going to be birthed in. Is it going to be birthed in a good environment, a good economy, or a bad environment, a bad economy? Based on your actions and your reactions. That's the law of cause and effect. You have the power to determine if things are going to go good or bad just based on your actions. So remember who you are and make this shit make sense. Make it make sense to you. Make it make sense. And when it stop making sense, that could be a good sign or a bad sign. When it stop making sense, you got to go back to the drawing board to figure out what areas I need to develop when you make it make sense. What areas do I need to develop? What is it I'm not getting? Make this shit make sense. It's 4:01 in the morning. But utilize your time to do something great, man. Utilize your time, man. There's forces out here that do not, people out here that do not want to see you overcome. But guess what? We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. For the Bible tells me so. Yeah. Don't get tricked out your spot, guys. Don't get tricked. Because there's so many tricks in the book. And you got to be sharp and swift enough to overcome. Okay? So that is my message. And I hope all of you guys, anybody that heard this message, thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up. You can share it. You can like it. You can subscribe. And I hope that you have a blessed, productive, and wonderful rest of your week. And may God continue to walk with you on your journey.